Good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Let's get right to it. Let's talk YouTube and cameras that you can use for vlogging. I have uploaded over 10,000 videos over these many years, and I really have a good idea what works for me. And I wanted to share that with you because I get the same question week in and week out. Should I buy a fancy dancy camera? What should I do? I'm serious about doing YouTube and starting a YouTube channel. What should I do? My best advice in that regard is to start simply with what you have. And for a year, well, for many years, one of the first cameras that I went to once I dumped my General Electric A123, which was, I don't know, circa 2008. I don't know where I got it. Picked it up at a flea market for $1 or something like that. And it was my camera for a little bit. And then I cut over to some other really junky camera finds until I finally picked up a GoPro Hero 7. And I loved that camera. It wasn't waterproof. You had to put a case around it, but it was so nice. You could put it on the stick like my Hero 7. And you could do a lot of things. It had great stabilization in it, as does the Hero 7. You can frame yourself beautifully in the shot. It's easy to work with. It's easy to offload the videos to your computer for editing. And I just like the versatility. I like the small size of it. And with now, I've been using the Hero 7. You've seen some of my underwater shots in Las Vegas. I'm able to take this underwater and do a little swimming down there. And the camera's just unbelievably good. It has great stabilization on it, so you're not getting all that shaky footage. So I think for me, a GoPro Hero 7 or a GoPro Hero 8 is outstanding. I don't really like the knockoffs too much, but I've always liked the GoPros for the size, the simplicity. You go into a restaurant to eat or something like that, and you're very small, you're very inconspicuous if you're going to do a review. If you're walking down the street holding it, nobody's going to really freak out, as opposed to using a big cinema camera, the Sony PMW 35 or whatever it is back here, which is a giant rig when it's all rigged up. So convenient, size. Now, having said that, you have to decide yourself, quality versus convenience. And because I do a lot of uploads on YouTube on a daily basis and have for years, I would once in a while branch out and get a fancy camera. Recently, I purchased the Panasonic GH5, which is one of the highest regarded micro four thirds lens system cameras that there is, and people just rave about it. They use it for commercial production. It's a great camera. But in taking that out, you need to have a lot of lenses for that. In other words, the camera body's not real expensive. But when you go to buy the decent lenses, then you're talking about thousands of dollars. You need to hump that stuff all around with you when you're gone. It doesn't fit the daily vlogger thing. If you're a person that just goes out for a week, and I just want to do a cinematic upload once a week, head over to the seashore and really spend a day and edit that and make that beautiful with music, that's the perfect scenario for that. But for me, I found that I can't drag a lot of lenses around and haul things. I need to have things very easy, but I need to have things good. So the GoPro worked well for me, but I kind of retired the GoPro because I had a succession of Samsung Galaxy Android phones, the smartphones, and these things have been, they made the last 3 years so amazing for me. I've had the 5 that was handed down up to me. I've had the Galaxy S9 Plus, which was great. I consider its camera capability in low light superior to the S10, the Samsung Galaxy S10. But this allowed me to go around and two-sided lenses, a choice of 3 lenses on this side, 2 lenses on this side for photos, and allowed me to go around, use it on the selfie stick if I needed to for selfies. Really good framing, excellent stabilization. No shaky videos, which is horrible in my opinion when you look at some videos and they're all shaking and all jerking around. This thing, you can just go nice and slow and capture your scene up or down. And the beauty is you can just use the editing software. Power Director by Cyberlink is free if you don't mind a little watermark on the side. You're not able to do 4K processing, but it's free. I pay a one-time fee and I get the use of it for life, and 4K, and it's easy. I can drop my music on it and I can do everything. I don't even have to go outside of phone to do anything. I can wirelessly upload my videos. I can plug in if I need to. When I use drone footage, I just use a little plug-in module on the side of it from my SD card. It recognizes the SD card. I just download it into the camera. It is so nice. And the beautiful thing is it's very convenient, okay? And you already own one. Now you may say, Rosie, I don't have stabilization on my camera. My cell phone doesn't have that. You'd be surprised what features you may or may not have. And if you don't have stabilization, just get used, and I tell people that, just get used to panning slowly and being stable. Don't be one of these people that's whipping around with the camera. And you'll notice a lot of very high-end documentaries and features like that. Every shot they take, they fix the camera on a tripod, okay? And they compose the shot. They compose that section of video, and then later they edit that together. So they don't have to worry about stabilizing shaky footage and things like that. So that's one thing you want to bear in mind. There's very inexpensive tripods, and the quality will be much improved on that. Recently, I wanted to step up. I had gifted this Sony Alta Cinema camera some time ago, and I only pulled it out recently, but that's a long-term project for higher quality. As you guys know, I've been doing more cinematic features here, and I think generally I need something a little more than the cell phone. I thought the Panasonic GH5 was going to be it, but I've got it boxed. It's being returned. Thank goodness. B&H Photos, like, hey, 30 days, you don't like it, you return it, just don't mess it up. And I like that. I had to return lenses for it and all that. I didn't want to make that investment. And before I bought the Sony ZV-1 camera here, which is really a really nice camera. I ended up returning it because I thought I wanted something fancier. But I reordered it again, and I used it for doing my Auburn, California vlog, a day in the gold country there. And I was really happy the way it worked. You can frame yourself well up in the selfie there. You have a bit of a zoom lens on the front of it that can go in and out. I really like that. It has a lot of wonderful features. Got the wind muff so you don't hear swirling wind. But it's excellent. You can have what's called the ND filters in case it's too bright outside. You can drop them into the lens. They automatically, you just push the ND filter and it darkens it up and makes it easier. So it's got really excellent capability for those times that I really want to do like a daily vlog concentrating on something. So for me, this has already now proven itself to be a great camera. The ZV-1 here, when you turn it off, it closes up and shields itself very well. It's got great stabilization on it. I use that walking around for some of my shots on that. So that's going to be, and the other thing too, look at how small it is. I don't have to carry a whole gigantic lens assembly with me, and it's got a Zeiss lens on it, which is very high quality, and it's got very good low light capability, which I like too. So portability, if you're going to be somebody that's on the road or everyday vlogging, don't fall into the trap of GAS, gear acquisition. syndrome, keep things as simple as you can, because it can be a real pain when you're on the road trying to plug in this, that, put it into the computer. Man, you can just put everything into your phone to edit, even if you're using the GoPro or the ZV-1. It's very easy to offload things into the phone for editing, and all of that stuff can just sit in your bag. If you're a person that's going to be at the beach and you want something that you can take into the surf with you, or you don't have to worry about getting wet and everything, these GoPro Heroes are excellent. Anyway, that's my take on it. I wish you all a wonderful day and a great journey when you're doing your own videos. It's a lot of fun. And let me know how your journey turns out. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments section down below. And thumbs up are always appreciated. Thanks, everybody.